A lot of the galleries are closed for the next 2 holiday weeks, so the 2% will look a little sparse, and these videos will instead focus on the museums. Because there is an admission price, I thought I'd check them all out and answer the question,
Monday, 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 it's a rich man's world.
The Metropolitan Museum of Art is currently showing a retrospective of John Baldessari. It's an important show, especially if you're an artist, but a bit cerebral. So for $20, however, read the small print. The $20 is always only a suggested donation at the Met, so go, pay $2, and absolutely. Currently showing at the Guggenheim is Chaos and Classicism. It's a look at the art produced between the end of World War I and the beginning of World War II, demonstrating that in a time of chaos, artists turned towards classicism and how this idealized classicism became a favorite style of Hitler. Here's the thing. That's an amazing story, and it would make an amazing book, but the actual work in the show, though it has its moments, is a bit dry. So for $18, still come up here, but just go to the gift shop and buy the catalog for the show with the money you saved by not going to the show. I view the Whitney from top to bottom, so on the 5th floor, it's a group show, contains 2 works, one by A.A. Bronson, one by Edward Kienholz, both very heavy, disturbing works that deal with death. You drop down to the 4th floor, it's a retrospective by Paul Tech, starts with grotesque meat sculptures, follows his career into obscurity and eventual tragic death with AIDS in 1988. Now you're carrying all this with you when you get to the 3rd floor for whimsical works by Charles Ledre. The miniature, meticulous sculptures out of human bone take on a whole new weight. It's $18, totally worth it. Oddly, the Edward Hopper show on the 2nd floor, which is the most publicized, is also the most disappointing. However, the top 3 floors more than make up for it. It's my favorite museum right now on the Upper East Side. Yoshitomo Nara at the Asia Society, it's $10. No. Peter Greenaway presents his vision of the Last Supper at the Park Avenue Armory. It's the coolest thing in the neighborhood for about 5 seconds. The other 39 minutes and 55 seconds is unnecessary, repetitive torture. It's $15, you gotta buy timed tickets ahead of time, you still gotta wait when you get in. Have you ever been to the Frick Collection? It's the smallest museum I'm looking at today, but holds the same admission price as museums 50 times its size. And it's always worth it. Their permanent painting collection always blows me away. Their temporary exhibit, The Spanish Manor, is just 2 tiny rooms of drawings, but phenomenal. And finally, we're going to check out the Jewish Museum. You get 2 shows for $12, Shifting the Gaze, Painting, and Feminism. Normally when a show includes the word feminism, I find it a bit narrowly focused and overly aggressive, perhaps justifiably so, but there you go. In this case, they make their point simply by showcasing amazing works by female painters. For that show alone, you also get Houdini, a show that includes artifacts, video of his performances, and an installation by Matthew Barney, and it's open and free on Christmas. Make sure to check back for part 2, where I'll be looking at 5 or 6 more museums, including the Museum of Modern Art.